Wow, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. But we back. I keep on saying, oh, I'm back. I'm actually back now. Okay, making videos for y'all. I miss you guys so much. I'm so sorry. School has been killing me, okay? Online school. But you know we move regardless. Last we go finish, okay?
Nope. That's right.
What's good, everyone? How y'all doing? What's sizzling? It's your fave frustrated creative Sholay signing in for another video. How y'all doing? Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, hi, hello, hola. My name is Sholay and this is my creative entertainment channel. I post social, cultural, and movie commentary. Now let's jump into this video. So today I'm here to talk about SARS. And if you don't know too much about SARS and basically the implications of it, so SARS is originally from Nigeria and they are the Special Anti Robbery Squad, which is SARS, the acronym, and it was put in place to protect the civilians from armed robbers. However, they tend to extort, harass, attack, and kill innocent youth. They are profiling young people with nice cars, nice clothes, and simply just having an iPhone, assuming that they are partaking in fraud and engaging in crimes. Now, naturally, when it comes to police brutality amongst people of color, specifically Black people, there's always such a bad narrative. But especially back home in Nigeria, for a lot of us, it's something that we've known to see over and over and over again. We've heard things about this in the past, but it is not as significant as it is now because the youth are really at the forefront of this. Unfortunately, there's so many discrepancies and issues that come along with bringing awareness to #ENDSARS. This has become a growing problem all over the world. When we saw the whole thing with the Black Lives Matter movement, and a lot of the focus was on police brutality, especially against Black people. But back home in Nigeria, it's a little bit more of a touchy subject, as some people will now deem this as Black on Black crime. However, Black on Black crime has its own issues. It's not really Black on Black crime. It's just based on the existential circumstances and components that play a part, like lack of finances, poverty, power, and money. But that's another video. We need to start talking about why this continues to happen. Why are we allowing the government to continuously waylay the citizens that live in this country? Why do we continue to harbor this behavior that it's okay for this to happen? Because the more you allow something to happen, the more you are saying that it's acceptable, and it's not. Just because someone has an iPhone in their hand or have nice clothes or have nice cars, that doesn't mean they're subject to being killed. That doesn't mean because of their biases that someone should lose their life. Now, when it comes to this issue, it tends to be a war between continental Nigerians and Nigerians of the diaspora. And what I mean by this is that there are people who are from Nigeria specifically and they live in Nigeria, and because their problems are quite different from the ones who are outside Nigeria, which is Nigerians in the diaspora, it tends to be this ongoing war that it's like, you can't talk on these issues, you're not using your voice enough, you guys are just here talking about it because it's hot right now, but when the smoke clears, nobody's talking about it. And I totally understand that, but at the same time, for some of us who don't have the ability to go back home to Nigeria, we need to be more understanding at the fact that everyone's dealing with their own plight. People think that because you're abroad, your life is easier. It's not. It's not. You think money grows on trees here. It's not as easy as people make it seem. But at the same time, back home in Nigeria, it's not easy either. We just need to be more understanding when it comes to these kind of topics. But also, I have to call out Nigerians of the diaspora. Being Nigerian is not an aesthetic. The energy y'all had on the TL and on Instagram talking about, oh, Nigeria is great, oh, we gonna party this weekend, no, I'm gonna need y'all to have that same energy for SARS. That same energy. Being Nigerian is not all about going ahead to party and living lavish and being prideful. It's about being part of a culture that is deep rooted in education, in understanding traditions, in understanding the fact that the fight is never over for us to truly have a proper democracy. It's in really getting deep rooted into your culture to the point that you want to sacrifice yourself for the younger ones coming up, because you don't want to see them suffer the same way you saw your parents suffer. The fact of the matter is, the difference between the protest here and back home is that when we protest here, things actually change for a bit. We actually get some adjustments when those same people who have been protesting actually go into office, actually do stuff here. I'm not saying it's to the impact that we want, but things are still changing. However, in Nigeria, people end up protesting, and those situations are talked about in the upcoming campaigns for the so-called officials, governors, and so forth. And the minute they get elected promising all these things, they don't do anything. They turn into the so-called politicians we're running away from. They turn into the so-called governors that we don't want. You see where there's an issue? Okay. Now, lots of people are dragging many artists, many celebrities who are Nigerian who seem to play a deaf ear to a lot of these things. Now, I personally believe that yes, hold your artists, hold your celebrities accountable. Because a lot of the times, whenever it comes to reaching a certain audience or talking to certain people, how do I put this lightly? These celebrities capitalize off of the Nigerian struggle, the Nigerian culture, in order to push their agenda to get monetary gain. Whether it's through skits, whether it's through movies, whether it's through their music. It's literally the pinnacle of their agenda. However, when it comes down to actually talking about the issues that affect your audience, your core number one audience, you want to stay silent. You want to just give a hashtag and go about your business. When there are people out here who are literally risking their lives for others for things to get better in the future. You can't be out here calling yourself an African giant and saying that you're influenced by Fela, but I haven't seen you on the streets yet. Talking about, oh, we should just give him some time. And then. He had time to drag Nigerians. He had time to disrespect us on multiple occasions because he grew up in the UK. But all of a sudden, now when it's time for him to actually talk about something, it's going to take a long time until we add pressure and literally revoke his name. That's when he's going to say something. Sir, I'm going to need a little bit more of action. It's giving me lack of effort. It's giving me lack of energy. It's giving me disrespect. I'm going to need you to do more than just writing a paper. I'm going to need you to do more than just signing off on something that your publicist decided to recycle up for you. I'm going to need you to actually be on the streets and be about that life. Talking about, I'm about the violence. But where you at though? Your actions are not proving that you're about the violence, but your words are though. Okay. People need to stop being afraid of calling out these artists for literally capitalizing off of struggle, but when it comes down to actually helping people who are in the struggle, they ain't doing anything. Come on now. Come on. Do you know how many times Nigerian artists will go ahead and say they're inspired by Fela or they're the new Fela, but are you doing the things that Fela did? Okay, let's not do that. Let's not do that. And if you don't know who Fela is, honey, I'm going to put some links down below of his autobiography and some of his music down below, basically passing across a message of really wanting revival in the nation. To all my fellow Nigerians who are artists, celebrities, influencers, if you know for a fact that if your demographic was different, you wouldn't be in the place you're in right now, then respect the people who are helping you stay in the place that you are in right now as we speak. You can't continue to go ahead and live this lavish life and ignoring the things that plague your people, that plague the people that listen to your music, that watch your movies, that laugh at your skits. Because innocent lives are being killed out here day in and day out. And acting like it's not an issue because it doesn't directly affect you is very insensitive. I'm trying to be as nice as possible because I had a lot of heat to say earlier, but I feel like this is the best way for me to say it. Understand the fact that the world doesn't revolve around y'all. We don't need you guys to go ahead and be out in the streets, realistically speaking. But the fact that you're tweeting about it and you're talking about it with such passion gives awareness. It spreads awareness, not only to the people in Nigeria, but internationally. You are sending a voice out there to the masses. A lot of y'all have connections. Use those. Unfortunately for Nigeria, we have gotten into the habit of we don't care about situations until people outside of our house, outside of our compound, outside of our community are talking about it, which is straight foolishness. It's crazy. The fact that the president of a whole nation wouldn't care about something going on in-house until someone like Donald Trump or someone like Obama or someone outside of the skirts of Nigeria talking about it. It's dismaying. However, we have the chance to actually change something here. This can be a start to a revolution. Staying quiet makes you on the wrong side of history, and I'm pretty sure you don't want that. The reason why Fella's music has transcended throughout time is that he was always willing to put how he feels in his music and in the streets. And he's done that repeatedly till his death. I'm not saying he was a perfect man. However, his artistry will never die. And it bleeds throughout the nation and into his children for a reason. And if you want to be the same way, do the same thing. That's all I gotta say on that. And we also have in the religious hemisphere, the pastors. I am so for Christianity and practicing your own religion, practicing your own faith. However, the fact that we don't talk about Nigerian pastors literally extorting their people, but they want to be on the pulpit praying for justice, but I don't see them in the streets. I don't see them using their connections. If you ever have a pastor telling you not to run for office and just pray about it, if you ever have a pastor who's telling you, oh, leave it in the hands of God, you don't have to do anything, just pray and fast, you'll be okay. Faith without works is dead, in case you've forgotten. So I'm gonna need you to put your money where your mouth is. I'm gonna need y'all to put that same energy into pushing all the people who go to your church to go ahead and put money in the basket, and take that same money and put a certain percentage into helping the protesters, into actually funding things for the community. Just a thought. I'm pretty sure God will bless you just as much. Just an idea though. And I would really hope we don't turn this into the Breonna Taylor's case. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to link up above, all right, a video that I did talking about Black Lives Matter movement and what they basically did to the whole Breonna Taylor case. But don't go ahead and start posting photos and videos and all sorts of funny stuff. And then at the bottom, oh, don't forget #ENDSARS. Don't do that. Don't do that, because it's going to turn into a joke. It's going to turn into a running meme. And we don't need that. We don't need it at all. Please and thank you. Just let's really focus in and really continue with the momentum that we got going on. Don't turn this into a running gimmick, all right? The more that we play this into being a joke, the more people won't take us seriously, and that is a bigger issue on our hands. And actions versus words. If you are on ground in Nigeria and you have the ability to go protest, please do. Stay safe, sanitize, wear your mask, social distance if you can, because I know Nigeria is a crowded country, but please stay safe. And just make sure that you really are in the right mindset when you're going down there. Don't just go down there because you want to make noise. Going down there because you really want to use your voice. You're using this movement as a way to push other things forward in our society. And that's what we need right now. I'm going to link some videos down below and up above as well for you to take a look at if you would like more information on this, and also what you can do to help. You can go ahead and sign petitions. You can go ahead and find a local protest going on in your city. And you can also find ways to contribute and donate and help the people who are protesting and who are being hands-on in Nigeria. Everything that we do can help them. And honestly speaking, if we all had the chance who are outside Nigeria to go into Nigeria and protest about this, I would in a heartbeat. But Corona did. So, and that reaches to the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you would like me to do another video on this, talking about more in detail, or possibly having other people come on to a panel discussion with me, please comment down below and let's start a conversation. If you'd like to see more of my face and more of my kind of content, please subscribe down below and hit that notification bell on the side. Also hit that thumbs up button. All right, y'all, it is your fave frustrated creative, Sholay, signing out of this video. And remember, God made you special and he loves you very much, and you can do anything you set your mind to. All right.